Hello everyone. Today I want to go over the things that I've made. I really want to give everyone an idea of my design aesthetic when I design knit to wear items. I love to knit. I've been knitting for about 8 years. If you know Brandy, you know that she knits most of the time. So that's me. Um, yeah, I'm just going to jump right into it. Starting off with something kind of small, I guess. This is something that I started when I was on the bus. I was going back to school and I just needed to throw something in my bag to get it started, and I just did this. I actually knit a cashmere version of this, a lot wider, for the store I was working at, Stitch Therapy in Parksville, Brooklyn, New York, United States. and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's alpaca. It was like 600 yards for $30. For you, those of you who knit, know that that's ridiculously cheap for alpaca because it's so soft, it's so warm, and it's a luxury fiber for the most part, and it lasts forever. So I really love it. I wear it like this. I have almost like a handkerchief, and then I wear my sweater over it, and I'm good to go. It's a basic cream color. It's not really reversible. This is pretty too. It's very pretty actually. But I tend to wear it on this side, so that's one thing. I ran out of yarn, so I couldn't do a border, so it still kind of curls on the edges, which I actually think is a nice little sweet detail. Also, I made this, which is also beautiful. I love it. It is Sublime's silk mohair, I believe, and I used a stitch called faggoted rib. I love it. The actual correct use of the word is just a close figs that are tied close together. So when you look at it, you see just that beautiful join of eyelet holes and rows of decreases, and I have like a simple garter border on there. It's about 7 foot long, or 10 inches and 10 inches wide. Most of the time it's very warm, so it's not something you wear in the summertime at all. It's very warm, and it's really big and bellowy, so I wear it like this when it's cold. But I experimented with it, and I'm going to show you all the different ways you can wear it. So if it's really cold, you can wear it like that, or you can wear it as a head scarf, which is very pretty. Like that. I love it. Or you can wear it as a traditional scarf, folded in half. Put it into the section and pull it up. You can do that. Or you can wear like a shawl. So you can do that, which is really cool. I mean, I find all these different types of ways to wear these things, because if you make something, you're gonna have forever, and it's really hairy, so the hair gets everywhere. I'm so sorry. Okay, wear like a shawl. I mean, I didn't drape this too well, but you get the idea. And you can just wear like a shawl like that, very nice. Or something I do all the time, I absolutely love it. It looks like a sweater. You just kind of put it up high on your neck, and then cross it over, and then pull the edges on the side and you tuck it in to the bottom. Okay. And then you can put on a jacket. On a jacket, and there you go. Just pop that collar a little bit, zip up, and you have something that looks like a sweater. It's very chic, and do that, and there you go. So that's a really beautiful garment. I actually still need to write the pattern for it so I can make it available to anyone who wants to do it, because it's so easy. You can use whatever yarn you want. I would suggest using something really light, just so that you can do all what you can do with it, kind of drape it in the ways that you would. And I wouldn't necessarily use something too thick. I ended up using a size 7 needle on this 7 needle, and it ended up being really light and really beautiful, so I really love this. Next, I'm going to show you what I'm wearing. I actually knit this to meet Debbie Bliss. If you are a knitter, you have to know her, especially if you knit for babies. She just creates the most beautiful patterns for babies. I love her, man. She's great. We did an event at our store at Stitch Therapy, and she did a color work class, and we had dinner later on at a restaurant in the neighborhood. It was really beautiful, and I used Debbie Bliss Cafe, which is a cotton silk, and it was supposed to be a long short sleeve with cardigan, but it didn't work out that way. But I designed it. I picked the stitch pattern. I decided what I want to use, how I want to design it, using mathematical techniques to design, which is how you design in general. And then you can see kind of the detail. It fits me to a T. To a T. See the side shaping? And then the back has, you can see my butt. You can see the back, which has that diamond shaping here, and I took it into the entire pattern, so that turned out really, really well. So that's something else. Finally, but not really least, I actually have a lot more of things that are unfinished or that I made, but I'm going to kind of keep this short. I think I showed enough to give you an idea of what I like to do. I like lace, but I really lately have been getting into cables. This sweater I made is the first zipper I ever put into something. Put it on. I absolutely love it. It's a Carabella pattern. Carabella is actually in New York City. The owner of Maxine, the owner of Stitch Therapy, is really good friends of the owner of Carabella. She is awesome. She's an amazing designer. And I can zip it up for you. It was supposed to be a centered zipper, but I have a huge bust. So when I put it on, it didn't fit because you can see this section was a lot small. So if I had created two sections this way, I would be like, "Argh." So I just basically just extended this section, and so it became an asymmetrical sweater, which ended up really working out perfectly. So that's that. Kind of get an idea of how it looks. It's really beautiful. I love it. The detail matches on the sleeve to the body. And it's the same thing in the back. There you go. And it's very warm. I used Sublime's Cashmere Silk and Wool, merino wool. It's absolutely beautiful. It just knits up gorgeously. It washes beautifully. I love it. Sublime is probably the only yarn that I'm going to be using for a little while, especially any of their wools. It wears beautifully. I can't even stress that enough. Okay, Sublime. You need to go get some now. So you can really see the stitch. It's called Trinity Stitch. It's my favorite stitch in the world. I love it. So that's another thing that I've made. I have a lot of things that I left back in the States and some things that I'm working on now. But I think that's enough to give you an idea of what I do and what I can do and how I can help you. So I really, really hope you enjoyed that. I will see you soon. À tout à l'heure.